Okay, chat. Let's do the thing. I did not check on my lighting setup or anything here. Let's haha, there's a little more light. Okay. Good times. I have no idea how many people are here. I never trust the viewers thing in my stream dashboard there. It randomly goes from 1 to 20 to 6 to 1. It just doesn't seem to have any clue what it's doing there. So, did I even? Yeah. Backdrop's okay. Cool. This is kind of a normal old Monday for me. I am sitting here, got some sweeping, got some mopping done. The dishes still need to get done. Got the laundry going. 2 loads are downstairs. Sometime midstream, I'll run down and switch it over. But what's not a normal Monday for me is the fear of upgrading my mail server. So I have been running my own mail servers for a very long time, my own email. And then, of course, my own kind of groupware server, which includes calendars, files, contacts, all that fun stuff, since way back in the 90s. And it used to be a lot scarier. You used to have to, do every little bit by hand, replace every configuration file by hand. Like, you had to be very meticulous because one wrong move and have fun. And backups every step. Slowly, it's gotten easier with a lot of projects out there that attempt to make managing a mail server far simpler. And I think it was about 8 years ago, I migrated over to Mailinabox. And, luckily was able to maintain my IP address, which is what all mail reputation is stored on. It is not the domains. It is the email of the, sending server, or the IP of the sending server. Some domains can get blacklisted and whatnot, but it's the IP that has the reputation. And there's, of course, a protection scheme going there, old school mafia style. If I was willing to pay $15,000 a year, there is a company that will put my server in the whitelist for Gmail, Comcast, Verizon, Microsoft, and so on and so on and so on. That $15,000 is basically proving that I'm not some, scumbag scammer because they can't afford $15,000. So, yeah, I'm not paying that. Instead, I need to maintain my wonderful spam-free usage of this IP address and the security of this server to make sure that it never gets violated and used as some kind of a spam relay. Which, luckily, in 20 years of running my own servers, I have not had happen yet. Knock on fake IKEA wood, or I don't know, maybe, this desk is quite thick. Maybe there is some real word somewhere in there. So what has happened now is I've kept the security updates going on my email server, but I have let Mailinabox get woefully out of date, and I have allowed Ubuntu to get 2 full LTS, long-term support versions behind, and the version now that it is currently on is no longer considered supported under the LTS setup, although it is still getting some security fixes, downstream from packages, upstream, fixes coming in, all that type fun stuff. But it is time to get myself upgraded to Ubuntu 22. Yes, I know 23 is out, but 23 is not an LTS. And Mailinabox wants you to be on an LTS, especially with me, waiting an entire year to do this upgrade. So, yeah, we are going to see what it's like. The instructions tell me not to do an in-place update, which means, just doing the release upgrade from 18 to 22. And it says definitely don't do a stepped in-place upgrade, 18 to 20 to 22. Don't do any of those things. Instead, just set up a new server from scratch and then migrate your data over. I'm not a fan of that, especially with VPSs and, virtual machines and, a DigitalOcean where mine are droplets. Yes, I have a static IP. Yes, they've said it can move to another box if I pay for the, what do they call it? The reserved IP. It used to be called floating IP. And no, I don't trust that for a minute. And I think if I go to support and say I've got to move this IP to this new server, I'll end up with another new IP that completely isn't my one with, years and years and years of reputation. So instead, I'm going to try and do the bad thing, which is update it in place. And lucky for me, other people have already done this successfully and have written down instructions. So we're going to go through those and hope and pray that my slightly customized version of this server actually survives. That is... Now, I've been putting it off simply because the idea of upgrading your mail server and all of that and having email suddenly down for, days and, your calendar down for days is not a thing I really want. I am pretty busy these days with things. And I'm trying to stay organized. I'm not good at it. And I keep switching tools, but I'm trying. It's that ADHD thing where you find the new tool that you think will finally solve your problems every 3 months. And it never is that tool. But my mail server has always been like a constant with its calendar. It is there. I can't switch it. It's the one that's built in. CalDAV comes from Nextcloud in this, and Nextcloud is awesome. So I figure we just go for it and, jump right in. And I break everything, I believe. So we're going to switch over here now, and I'm looking up to make sure that it is doing the thing. Right. Yeah, my brain is definitely a problem. I mean, I'm going to spend time this next week trying to learn Obsidian and see if I can use it as the next tool to replace the fact that my brain doesn't fully function. I do have a couple other friends with pretty bad ADHD. They've been lucky enough to get on meds, and Obsidian is what they've been using, and it just seems to be the thing for them. So maybe. I've got like an hour and a half long video to try. I haven't really tried just restarting with the same tools. I've always done the thing where you go to the next one. Maybe restarting from scratch with the same tools. I don't know. This time I'm going to try Obsidian and see what it does. For now, we are looking at my Dropbox. Funny thing, the name of the company here on Dropbox is MacGuffin Ventures. MacGuffin being Mac's actual handle. Mac is not his real name. I don't know if that shatters everyone's world. But MacGuffin is his actual online handle. And so we named our little projects, stuff where we do all our droplets and everything, MacGuffin Ventures. I think it's a wonderful name. See, you've always been able to use the index cards, and that's never worked for me. And org mode, I have tried org mode. I have tried Emacs versions of things. I've tried Vim versions of things. And in the end, I can't wrap my head around using them every day. And I am that horrible, horrible person who, even though I've been using Unix-like systems and POSIX compliant systems and switching to Linux and everything since literally the late 80s, I use Nano now. I admit it. Shame me all you want. But that is where I am. I need my graphical tools. I need tools that will work flawlessly on my phone and be the same interface from the same company. So that's why things like Obsidian, or like I was using Bear before, things like that help. But let's go. So the instructions here say follow the instructions in this. Which, if you're coming from way back there to get to here, first run your update. Now, on my server over here, I have already run that update. I did that a few days ago before I realized I also had to do all these other things. So my Mailinabox version, let's see if I have that logged in. I wonder if it's going to do its thing. Mailinabox is awesome. Like for anyone who runs their own server and still, edits every file by hand and handles all their SSL. Yeah, you can see I'm on 57A. When I read the update the other day when I was talking to you guys on stream, I was on version 5.0, so like 7.5 because the A is some kind of a fix. Versions behind, and when I updated, it said, "Oh, you're on 18. I can only go this high." And now it's telling me that I have to go all the way to this, but the instructions, of course, are telling me, "Hey, guess what? Move to a new box." This is the process for going from 18 to 22. Even if your box is working fine, F you, basically. So I went looking in their forums, and there is a whole thread for the upgrade to 60, which is what first required you to be on 22. And in this thread, version 64.22, everyone's complaining about 5 million bugs they had doing their update. And then this dude comes along and says, okay, so I got the in-place upgrade working. Here's all the steps I had to do, which includes, I guess Python has to be relinked, and a few other little extra steps here that aren't normal for this kind of an upgrade or for, this software upgrade. But there was that. But I didn't think, that it was going to be that easy. It never is. So I kept reading through many other threads where I found more people complaining about Python and coming up with a slightly different link you should use. And then I found people complaining that fail to ban is no longer working here on the Mailinabox thing once you do that upgrade. If you do it the way I'm talking about doing it. So they just say, but actually, it's configured fine. For some reason, it just turned the damn thing off. So you just re-enable it, restart it. But like I was doing all of this investigative work. And then I find this guy who says, okay, everyone else's stuff helped a whole lot, but I'm pretty sure these are going to cause an issue. His configuration files for postfix and dovecot, because he did the in-place upgrades, were old versions with old settings. And so his log files, mail.log, was growing quite fast. And so he just did a complete fresh install of Mailinabox on a new machine and copied these 3 files over after minor edits, of course, to put the right domain name and right IP address in them. And then that solved all of his log problems. So I think with everything I've got in front of me, this set of commands, this guy's fix for the Python, this guy's fix for the fail to ban, and this guy's fix for the log files. If I run into any of these problems, I think I have it covered now. That's the hope. But it took a lot of looking through all of this and finding all of these before I felt like I was ready to give this a shot. So we are just gonna go for it now. I've never done this in front of an audience. So we are first going to, of course, make sure that all of our packages are up to date here. We are on Ubuntu 18.04. I always want to type apt-get, and I don't have to. Woo! That's a lot of security updates. Require Ubuntu Pro. Look at that. All of that wonderful stuff. Yeah, no. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I guess the Pro is because I'm so far out of date and there's some kind of new infrastructure thing. Whatever. Since I'm already up to date and everything seems fine, it wants me to do a little reboot. Oh, goddammit. Now, bastard. Scheduling. Who schedules reboots? I have like 500 other to-do items to get done. I still have not gotten the Restreamer Docker thing set up and tested out. I want to try and get that done tomorrow. If this goes well today, of course. Who knows? I might be working on this again tomorrow. But if this goes well today, then tomorrow I'm going to be working on getting the Restreamer thing set up, which is not Restream.io, which I've seen many people try and use now that Twitch allows multi-streaming, and all of them running into problems. mostly by the size of their streams, and maybe that's part of the problem, but I'm just not going to risk it. Instead, I was pointed to by chat about a week ago a project that allows you to run a similar system locally in Docker that allows you to connect your OBS up to it, and then it streams to everything. So that way we can multi-stream to all of the systems. Of course, I won't get a unified chat out of that because that's something that Restream.io offers and a few other services offer. But Twitch doesn't allow a merged chat anyway, so I'm just going to have to make use of this screen over here and use the real estate a little better and fit the other chats up there for any other system I might be on. We'll see how that goes. Let's reconnect here. I'm sure the reboot is done. I hate typing sudo every time. Luckily, there is no camera on my keyboard for anyone wanting to watch that part of it. Okay, so let's go good old nano /etc update manager. Why are you being a jackass? And what are we looking at? We're looking at uncomment prompt LTS and comment. Okay, so we're just switching over to LTS. Fine. And then do release upgrade. So, I mean, you can see like I look like a deer in headlights right now. I hate every bit of this. Select no for every replacing old configs and agree to remove outdated packages and confirm reboot. Okay. This should want to send us to 20. Would have been nice if it asked. Oh, look at that. Huh. It doesn't want me to do this this way. It could be right, you know? We can come in here. I don't want either of those. I don't want to go through that. Fine. Let's install the thing that DigitalOcean has us do. This is also really smart for anyone playing around on a Linux box. Always run scripts from websites and pipe them right into Bash. Always. I swear it's just the smartest thing. Why not? Look, it's installing an agent. Never do what I just said or what I just did. I don't know why places like this like give you this information and say it's fine. I'm guessing because you're inside, like I'm on a droplet inside of their own network. Even if someone was trying to like man in the middle this specific thing from the outside, the request never leaves the network. So it's a little safer than normal, but you know. Huh. Well, look at that. It updated over here as if it knew. Huh. Okay, well, now I'm on a console. That seems smarter anyways. Let's do that. Do release upgrade. How about it? Are you going to take me to 20? Maybe. Which one is focal? Is focal 20 or 22? Why do you think this is running under SSH, you lying liar? To make recovery in case... If anything goes wrong with the running, you can still connect to the additional. If you run a firewall, sure, do it. Someone in chat want to tell me, because I think it's going to focal here, if that's 20 or 22. Sure, third-party sources can be disabled. Why not? What? After updating your package, the essential package could not be located. This may be because you have no official mirrors listed or because of excess load on the mirror you are using. Restoring original system state. See, guys, this is... let's get out of that screen and... I'm going to try again and just see if it was overloading that that release mirror or if I need to go play with sources. I don't want to have to go play with sources manually to make this happen. That seems like the wrong idea. I will. It's not like I fear the sources file. I've edited that thing a million times, but like I would think their do release upgrade script would be good enough at this point. Huh. And this time it didn't ask me certain questions that it did last time. That's cool. Oh, it's aborting again. That's what I wanted. Let's find something out here. Ubuntu focal is 20. Okay, so it is trying to upgrade to the correct one. We're at least good there. All right, so what does this thing want me to do? After updating your package, the essential package Ubuntu minimal could not be located. We are going to ask the internet what the fuck you're supposed to do about that. I reported this bug. Set as a duplicate. Consider saying so. Uh-huh. Cool. All right, buddy. We're gonna do it their way. We are going to not do that. Wrong key press. Cool. I guess the third party would be, DigitalOcean intercepting all of this shit and making me use their mirrors, which I guess I'm fine with. But as you can see, again, none of this was straightforward. We've already run into problems. Indeed. Also, this thing that says it's a terminal, it says so right here, and on the DigitalOcean place there, it says, of course, that it was a console. This window told me it was SSH. Okay, so this says third-party sources disabled. Do I have to export the thing? Is it not making it into the screen? We'll find out. No? That's much longer than it was. That looks far better. There we go. So when it said it had disabled the third-party sources, it just lied. Cool. I like the script already. Big fan of that. I have done the do release upgrades, many times through, from 12 to 14 to 16, all that fun stuff. But the little inconsistencies and stuff really are a problem. Oh, look, no candidates. Sure, why not? Whatever could that mean? Do you want to start the upgrade? I do. Sure, why not? Let's do That on my server. Damn it. Oh, can you see the anxiety? Is it coming through clearly? I will show you that I do have a backup from yesterday. So, you know, it's not it's not the worst of things. But here we are watching a script that has already gotten many things wrong. All right, there are services installed which need to be restarted when certain libraries restart services during package upgrades without asking. Doo-doo-doo. It was almost easier when I had to do all of this by hand. I mean, back in, like, when I set up my very first mail server in, like, 93, like, just to actually handle email, like, there wasn't a script running that's some kind of a magic black box that's doing all the work for me. I knew every single step. And that was less anxiety inducing, although far more work. You know? Well, we are all learning together whether this is going to function or not. And it's a heavily modified box because the Mailiner server script also does a hell of a lot of work. Mailinabox does a lot of stuff to your server, including putting in like some PPAs for the sources and whatnot, and bringing down different, modified versions of some of the software, specialized configs for things. Please select the mail server configuration type that best meets your needs. Am I going to destroy anything doing this? Select no for every option on replacing. Oh, so he just doesn't say whether he answered this question or not. Okay, that's cool. I got you. Yeah, totally. That's fine. Is this going to mess up my mail in a box configuration? Yes. She's at work, so it's just me. We should get her on stream soon. I'm just gonna say no configuration because I don't want it to touch anything, I guess. Database has already been installed and configured. You should refuse this option. Yeah. I mean, demarc's already working, so please don't overwrite my damn demarc database. Email is so much more complicated these days. Have to have your SPF record correctly, your demarc done, your DNSSEC in place. Just 500 other things. I understand why they're all needed, but it's a lot of extra work. Okay, mail server, how we doing? We are updating. Okay, so yes. So my wife works a normal day job, the old 9 to 5, at a print shop doing all kinds of printing stuff and everything. So she won't be here when I do day streams. Maybe we get a little joint stream going or something else. She also streams on her own sometimes, randomly on QG Pennyworth, which is her username in the Discord too, if you want to get it written down correctly so you can check out her streams on her Twitch. And if you aren't on the Discord, we have this thing. Thanks to Talking Vipos, there are actual, commands there, and they seem to work, and Stream Elements is playing nice, and the mod bot isn't removing them and all that. So now we wait for this upgrade and hope and pray, right? It would seem that we go through this one, we get a reboot in and make sure that, we are functional. Not that the mail server is functional, because in these steps, none of that seems to be checked for. And, well, his server's working now. So we're just going to go straight to the next due release upgrade. And, see how that goes. And then maybe it works. Maybe we could be lucky. Oh boy. Just messing with everything. How is chat doing today? Well, we've got a sec here, and we can't do anything while it's doing this part. And I still got a good half an hour before I can go switch over the laundry, so, I'll put the old B right back on when that happens. Okay. Well, at least the terminal's working. Anyone else actually in chat remember way back in the day when you would, download the discs, the lettered discs, like N for Slackware's networking? All way back when you had to do, like, I actually did a floppy install with Slackware like a week after they put it out, in just this sheer amazement, because before you had to do so much more manual than even that. I loved Slackware for a few years. That thing was amazing. Let's see here. What are we doing? Install the package. Keep my currently installed version. I don't care that you say your default. I'm still typing the N to be safe. Keep. $5 a.m. wake up call. You're on pager duty, huh? No, definitely. Slack says you were active. That's why you put all of your machines to sleep. So nothing can accidentally have that green light next to you. It's something I learned. I only had one job where I was on pager duty, and only for like a week. The LXD project puts out, feature stuff. Yay. In addition to those, LTSs. Recommends you pick 4. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Yes. Sure, why not? LXD snap of 4.0 track for 2004. That sounds great. Yay, containers. Things dying in production is the worst thing to wake up to. I'm hoping it was an easy fix and someone made a horrible mistake that you got to reprimand them for. Maybe? Oh, look. Yes, sure, no image magic. Great. Didn't need that anyways, I'm sure. Not using it. Has nothing to do with anything. The news is on the TV on the wall over there. So I keep seeing all the headlines about Gaza in the background. And they're all just horrible. I'm going to try and focus on this upgrade. Which, seems to be working now that we got through the first fun part. Going to have to get some automatic spin up of 3rd, 4th, 5th servers there with, however you're handling your failover. And what are you doing for your proxying? Standard like Nginx proxying, some Some application proxying, a little round robin on the DNS. Having all the fun methods for this stuff. Of course, the real question is, will they allow you the time to build out all that extra stuff and pay the costs for the extra pieces to make sure this doesn't happen again? Because I don't actually know where you work anymore. It's been so long. Last thing I ever did with you was show up to a job to do some Siebel consulting. Way back when. Yep. Actually, true. That is how we met too. Yeah. Yeah. Good times. Ah, what a horrible piece of software that was. Is, who knows? Well, it is decided that have GED is going to take forever. Oh, yeah. Scroll wheel does that. Cool. Luckily, I do have a GED. I did have to get that for a job one day. Of course, of course. Now, are you in the kind of environment where that documentation is now being created, or is that just for some time in the future? So who knows when? Because I've been in both kind of environments where the boss was like, nah, this hadn't happened in so long. Go work on the other thing. And then a week later, you wake up at 5 a.m. again because it happened again and you don't have the documentation. Well, there's fail to ban and whatever goes wrong with it for everybody. Okay. Definitely do not overwrite my Nginx config. Thank you. For anyone who has just joined, we are, of course, attempting to upgrade my many years old mail server to the latest versions of everything, as it has finally hit the point of absolutely no support. No NSD. You do not get to overwrite your config. I'm sure that will cause no problems. Oh, good. A file descriptor leaked on invocation. That's what I want to see when good old VM Linux is doing its thing there. Huh. Yes, at one point in the past, I needed to take this consulting gig, and they said, we can't hire you for it because the client has a specific, at least high school graduate, thing in the contract. And I was like, yeah, I don't have that. And they said, can you just go get your GED? And I said, how does that work? And I went and looked it up, and sure enough, you could just go do that. You didn't there was nothing special about it. But they did, when you get there, try and force you into this 6-week course of training. And you haven't been in school for so long. You're not going to pass if you don't do the 6 weeks of studying with us. And I said, do I legally have to? And they said, no. And I said, can I take the test today? And they said, no, but you could take it tomorrow if you want to be like that. And tomorrow was a Friday, and I said, I'll be back tomorrow to take my test. And they gave me this look like I was being very stupid and keep the local version. And I didn't know if I believed them or not about how dumb I was being. But yeah, could we just keep all the local versions? Keep the local versions. But I did pass. And I got on Monday my passing thing and went back and got the job, which was the craziest little thing ever. Because we were hired to do a massive network upgrade as a team. They hired many different consultants for different pieces of it. But as a team, there were 6 of us, and our job was upgrading all of the desktops at this company, which was 4,890 or 4,892, depending on how you thought about their network. There were 2 members of the board who had machines at home that were technically part of our network, kind of, because we had to maintain them. And we were upgrading them all from OS2 desktops to Windows NT on the workstation desktops and Windows NT servers off of old HPUX servers. They got us all up to speed. We all started doing the work. It's a lot of work, a lot of documenting. And then they decided we can't do this yet. We've got some big things we've got to do as a company that require us just to have our current level of knowledge of running our stuff, and no one should be retraining during it. So it's going to take us about 6 months to get through this. But we also can't afford to let you go because you guys all have the knowledge of this. And it would take us longer when we go back and cost us more than just paying you for the next 6 months. So for 6 months, my team of 6 were paid to show up, clock in, and then leave the building because they didn't want us just hanging out in the building. So we would show up, clock in at the front desk, and then leave for 6 months. And we were getting paid. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing job. One of the guys, Chris, had a boat, and we would go to the boat, and we would hang out on the damn lake. And somehow we got paid for that shit. In the end, the math did work out. It was way cheaper to just keep us. But, holy crap. We didn't even argue. They could have said we're not paying, but we want you to come back at the end. No. Their quick offer was just do nothing, get paid, stick around. They didn't even want to have the argument about whether they're paying us or not. So I was happy they didn't go there. Updating the manual pages database. We are nearing the end of this part. Good. I hope I answered all of those questions correctly. Come on. Yeah, everyone needs that job. Getting paid for doing nothing is great. I am working my wake-up schedule down in the mornings. I got up at 7:30 this morning, and I did yesterday too, so as I talk about it, I yawn. My goal is to get it down to 6:30-ish, maybe 6-ish, somewhere in that range. Because right now, when I'm done with my morning workouts and all the training stuff I need to do just to get my health back, it's 11 o'clock, sometimes noon. So I lose just too much of my morning to it. So I want to get up earlier and get get it done faster. I want to be done with all of that by 10. So we'll see how that goes. I might be yawning a lot more in the future. And again, I said it. I still can't breathe through my nose. Hopefully some of the yawning goes away once I have the surgery. The one thing that I've learned about having the surgery that they have to do to my nose that I'm not going to like is when they fix the deviated septum and they fix the walls for all the extra kind of growth that he did after the scar tissue went away, and they get it all back to I should be able to breathe through this kind of state. I am going to, for 3 months, I'm going to have to take this saltwater solution and spray it up my nose multiple times a day. Because some of the things that your nose does for you, like pushing mucus towards the back and all these other things, don't happen for months of recovery. And you have to manually do it with this saltwater solution. And so that's going to be fun. So you guys are going to get to see me in that state for a while. Oh, look at all these new configuration files. Sure, why not? I am positive that all of this is going fine. For the love of God, don't overwrite that DMARC file. That thing is a son of a bitch. Oh, dear Lord. Look, we're just doing more upgrades because why not? Good old release upgrades. 5 million things. Not enabling PHP 7.4 in Apache. Fuck Apache. Why does anyone still use Apache? I literally haven't used Apache since 2008, guys. It's like 15 years now since I switched off of that old, heavy behemoth. I truly loathe running Apache. It is the worst of all of the current servers you could be running for your web server. I currently, depending on the situation, use Nginx or Caddy. And there it is, upgrading Nginx. There you go. Huh. What does chat think? Is this going good? Are we going to have a mail server at the end of this? This thing also has, like, you know, decades of mail on it. Like my archive, my saved stuff, my pinned stuff, all that. And sure, I have backups, but like, I don't want to. I don't want to go through restoring the backups and all that crap. Ooh. Why did you try and start Apache? Good. Fuck Apache. Apache wasn't running in the first place. Why did you install it? Sure. Really hope that doesn't break anything. Cannot scroll back in this terminal. Huh. Yeah, I have a lot of questions as to why it thought it should start Apache there. And why it installed it in the first place. I have the Apache tools installed, but not the server. Or at least, well, I did have only the tools installed. Maybe it decided that I needed the server for some reason. But Nginx has those ports already. So, fuck you, Apache. I don't hate the Apache Foundation. I just think that, you know, their web server is 20 years out of date. Like, I literally jumped ship to Nginx the second it was even partially production ready. And by that, I mean it was marked as alpha, and they said, please do not run this in production. That's when I switched. Sure, let's keep the local grub. Why not? You know, hey, fuck it. Yeah, you know, whatever. It said no to everything, so I'm doing what I'm told. I'm really good at that. As you see me following the instructions that clearly say don't do this. Whew. We are almost an hour into this upgrade already, and we are only on the first due release upgrade. Let's go. Okay. Remove obsolete packages. I do think, yes. Agree to remove. Good. Okay, well, guess what? I agree to remove because it said to. See, this way I have someone I can blame. That person. Part of my wanting to get up earlier in the morning is there's a lot of video editing to start getting done to create the smaller versions of videos that will be extracted out of the big live streams. You know, the big live streams are going to go on the VODs channel. And then I want the smaller, like, 10, 12-minute kind of videos that I rip out of that when we talk about like a specific subject. I want those to go into my main, YouTube channel that's just my name. And then I want some shorts extracted out of those. And it's a lot of video editing time and a lot of seeking through on the timeline of 2 and 3 hour videos to find the pieces I want. So I need a little extra time in the day for that. It really just continues to want me to do this. Huh. Well, I was about to hit the button. You all saw that, right? The console just, closed. How do I reattach to this stupid thing? I haven't actually done that in so long. Where's the -R? Yeah. Thank God. Okay. Yay, screen. No, I wanted to see the differences. Okay, see, I kind of think that they're wrong on this one, and I should take the new one. I also think that's why it's asked me about the grub menu list about 500 times. Yay, screen. Yeah, I want to get a lot more video editing done. But that will require me to have more hours during the day. Oh, hey, that looked right. What do you all think about all of that just went across the screen? That was, Sure, why not? Bitrate still good. Everything going fine. System upgrade is complete. To finish, a restart is required. I'm going to hit the button. Now that disconnect I caused, so I'm okay with that disconnect. I wonder what happens next. The buildup is killing me. Does my server reload? It's a droplet. They reboot pretty quick. If they're working. Well then. This is what I was hoping for, chat. A reboot that takes a lot longer. Maybe it has to do stuff on reboot after a release upgrade like that. Maybe I didn't need to replace that grub menu list, huh? That is indeed Rick. Yes, yes. Rick, I have decided that it's time to upgrade my email server that I run and, contacts and calendar and all the other stuff, groupware server. Because it is so far out of date, not with security patches, but out of date enough that it is no longer going to be getting updates. It has fallen out of long-term support. And I'm 2 big versions behind, so it is time to do the upgrade. The upgrade is scary. My server currently doesn't look like it's rebooted here. Let's find out if maybe it's just the console that's broken and see if I can SSH in. Huh. Yeah. See? Some people who are local to me, who are friends, said, don't worry about it. Just do the thing. Just do the upgrade. It'll work fine. Huh. Now that I call out the people who were giving me shit and were wrong, they prove to be right, and the server comes back. Okay, well, sure. Okay. I see how the world is right now. Huh. So, I mean, Postgre still loaded just fine. QMGR loaded just fine. Okay, I mean, if all those loaded and didn't give me a million errors, I think they're probably running okay. And there's no steps on this list for check a bunch of things afterward. So I think the correct move is we do the scary thing again right now. Just go for it. Sure. Time to move to Jammy. Why not? Do you want to continue? I am not on from SSH, you lying liar who lies. Okay. What I am, though, is hungry. Hey, look at it doing all kinds of stuff it, shows errors for. We saw those errors in the last one, though, and you know what? Everything still worked fine. I think it's time to eat something. Do I want a sub or a burger? That is the question. Because it's one of the two. That's where I am. I think it is. I've got the food up over on the other screen so you guys, don't see all my stuff. Because, that's such a private thing. Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to do the bad thing and order bad food, What is the bad food I'm ordering, though? You know what? It's going to be Burger King, all right? Shout out to my non-sponsors. You really should sponsor me. Let's do this. My 9 viewers right now totally earns me that sponsorship, right? That's how that works. Okay. Yes. And here is how you make a burger. No pickles, no ketchup, no mustard. Fuck all of that noise. Why? Oh, because it wants me to choose a sauce. I don't want a sauce. Delivery order. Is it the right address this time? Yes. Holy, driver tip is wrong. That's better. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. 14 are no longer going to be. Sure, let's just do the thing, whatever you say. All right. Food has been ordered. Lunch will be here soon. Okay, so we just went through this last time, and we had questions, we had errors, we had a console disconnect on us. That was good to feel, but I'm feeling a little more confident since the last one went through. Only a little though, like 5% more. So 5%. That's where I am. That is definitely how this works. Okay, bitrate's working good over there. All the fun stuff is going on. Whew. On the train, Rick. Oh boy. Okay. What do we got going on here? We are same steps as last time, it looks like. Yep, okay. I wonder if it disconnected last time just because I lost lost focus for long enough that it would do that. Where are we now? All right, we are there. Okay, so while this part of the process runs, everyone, I'm going to hit the be right back button, and I am going to go do the laundry switchover because, it's my job around this house. It's the stuff I do. I will be right back. Okay, there we go. All right. Woo. What is this wanting? It's wanting to do all the same things again. Stop it. Never. Okay. Look at that. Out for delivery. At least the food is like less than a mile away when I order it. All right, so now what are we doing? We are on this step. All right, good times. I do lots of cleaning around here. Many loads of laundry, the dishes, the sweeping, the mopping, the dusting, all the stuff. I enjoy having a very clean environment. A lot more so than other people. Not that they don't have a clean environment. I just have like not OCD level standards, but like, holy crap. Annoying to some people. I mean, as you can see, like the countertops back there, you know, like, I mean, I do that like literally every day of the week. Okay. E2FS Progs. Yay, file system stuff. Okay. Well, so far, I mean, you know, it hasn't completely exploded on us. We got a couple scary moments, but not yet. Gonna do the thing again, you know. What are you doing on the train, Rick? Are you coming up this way? Are you going down the other way? Now we just watch the scroll and hope and pray to all those non-existent gods. Nice. Thanks for the gifted there. Now the question is, why didn't it come up on stream? Huh. Or did it? Was I not looking over there? Can chat tell me if that actually played or not? Like there should have been an alert. I don't know if it got fixed. Then you're coming up here. Okay, yeah. You had said you were gonna come up. I am going to hit this button. Gifted True a sub. No, they did not. Because there is no one named True. Huh. I'm going to have to play with those alerts again. Because one of the two came through and it came through with a problem. I do think Tucking Vipos tried to fix that the other night, and that's where that word true comes from. I'm sure it's just a variable in the string there. Okay, what is this doing? You know, now it's on to PHP. All right, my food just appeared downstairs, and I'm going to go grab it. no idea if you guys can hear me from way over here. You'll let me know in chat when I get back over there. Okay, so which one was that? Huh. Okay, now there was a package from Amazon down there that I don't remember ordering. Oh no, it's alright. My vitamins. Okay. I saw the bits alert came through there. Thanks, Bradam, but I'm just glad the alert actually worked on that one. We'll have to figure out the others. The real question is, could anyone actually hear me when I was way over there? Was the mic picking it up, or was I just imagining that I could see the thing moving? Okay, there we go. Getting a little more comfortable in the chair. What time is it? 1:58. We'll call it 2. So around 3, I'll go deal with the laundry again. All right. So, seems to still be working. You know, who knows? Really? Huh. Well, setting up boot stuff. So during the last upgrade, it said ImageMagick was not installed. During this one, it installed it and then said it was overwriting old config files. That sure sounds right. Do not touch my Nginx config. Thank you. Going into this, I had absolutely no idea how long it was going to take to do this upgrade. It could have been half an hour. It could have been 10 hours. I did not know. So you're all along for the journey with me. Huh. Well, there it is saying it didn't touch the postfix main config. Okay. That's the one that I have a backup of. Specifically. No touching my NSD. Over here in good old WSL, I've got the Dovecot config and the two postfix configs. Yay! All right, here's Dovecot. Keep local. Oh my god, yeah. I loved the Doctor. I loved when Gen 2 came out. I loved all the stuff he was working on. It was beautiful. I switched over to Gen 2 for a little while because on the level of hardware I had, it was definitely helping. But at this point, yeah, I just no, I don't need to go through that anymore. I want simple, functional, working, and not having to play with it. I do not want to tweak anything that I don't have to. For all the modern purists out there who want to tell me to go back to just straight Debian or over to Arch or all the way to Gentoo, nah. I literally started when you had to install Linux by hand every step of the way, every file, every step of the way, building your bootloader, all of it by hand. Like, I did all that. I did my time in the trenches. Now I just want to kind of run an installer and say done. No touching my DKIM file. Leave that alone. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate Gentoo. It serves a very good purpose, especially for your use cases. But I do not need it anymore. I'm no longer doing any of those things. Yeah, I don't even think I have any slightly strange hardware around here. Everything is so it's so vanilla. Wow. Huh. Failed to restart Snapd. I like it. Huh. Yeah, don't touch my SSH config. What? Okay, cool. My hope is that anything that breaks here, of course, is fixed by the Mailinabox installer, which is another big black box script that does a million things all on its own. But I've been using it for years, and it's been very steady for me. So far, so good. Let's see here. Yes, do not touch my spam assassin. It and Postgre are trained on like a decade of freaking spam and ham and everything else coming through. I do not need to start over with those. Postgre is wonderful and horrible at the same time. It's a gray listing feature for postfix. And it's meant, of course, to block spam and bad servers and misconfigured mail servers and all that type of stuff by enforcing a few simple rules. One of them, if you email me and you can't and you get the right error messages of why you can't, most of them being like system unavailable for the moment kind of messages, then your mail server should be smart enough to retry again. And the RFCs are very clear on that retry time being around 15 minutes. So Postgre means if it's the first time you've ever emailed me, I don't see it for like 15 minutes. And then if I've taken it and I haven't marked it as anything bad when the retry came through 15 minutes later, then from then on I receive your mail instantly. But for servers who didn't respond correctly, who sent it too early or tried, pounding it with retries or anything else, well, they all get blocked. Or of course, maybe they don't ever try again because they were just some really badly written script that was trying to spam. But what it means is, like, say I'm on the phone with someone and I say, email me. If it's the first time they have, then we can respond to that in 15 minutes. But it does keep a hell of a lot of stupid bad shit from getting into my mailbox. So it is still worth it, but every now and then it's annoying. Huh. Remove obsolete. I was told to say yes to that. Why did it still have LXD 1.0 or 0.10 when I installed 4 last time? Sure, whatever. Okay. I'm gonna say yes to the reboot here, and quite possibly we could reboot into 22. Jammy. And then we have to figure out, the next steps. I was lucky to get into Linux a long time ago. Lucky how I did too, but I bet during that time period, that's how a lot of people got into it. I just had a local friend who got really into it because someone had told him about it. But it was so new and so hard to use that he had to come over to my house to help me get it installed on a machine. There was no just telling me over the phone, hey, install Linux. That was not happening. So this friend came over and said, you absolutely have to move your second machine to Linux. Just do it. You can stay on your main one for all your gaming and music and shit, but move the second machine to Linux. You'll love me. And it took us him coming over 3 days in a row to get the system up and working and get networking actually functional. I didn't get sound functional for about 6 months, and it was only partially functional. It was just down to that machine being a pile of trash. About a year later, I finally just got a standard old Sound Blaster and got that functional enough. But it was still before we really had proper distributions yet, and he just came over and just did the work to get me there, and then answered the phone and helped me with all of my problems, because they're also, it wasn't, there was no Google. And there weren't really any books yet on Linux. I mean, there were books, but there weren't Linux books, Well, This says we're on 22. It says there are 0 updates to apply. So I say we just copy this guy's commands, you know. And do exactly what he says to do. This is the one that like 10 other people in the thread also said to do. For some reason, Python is just not where it's supposed to be. And I cannot control V into this window for some reason. Because why would you be able to do that? Probably Shift Control V actually, now that whatever. Okay. So now, it did it again. Well, here's that thing that everyone is very clear telling you not to ever do, okay? But Mailinabox, again, I've been doing this for years with them. Hitting this button is anxiety-inducing. But we're going to do it. Downloading V65. Oh boy. Thank you. Few questions. Sure. Box.0v.org. Yes. Oh no, you guys have my docs, as if you couldn't have used the host command and found that. Now we wait. You do actually get a lot more updates than this. It doesn't just sit there at this screen forever. I don't know what it's thinking about right now because it didn't, see fit to tell us, but it is thinking about something. Oh, there we go. Probably verifying that its package sources were there, stuff like that, before running the updates. That is awesome. Okay. Firewall is active and enabled. Yes, it is. Synchronizing state of fail to ban. Enabling fail to ban. There's the DNS server, the SMTP server, and the IMAP server going in. DKIM, DMARC, all the fun stuff to deal with spam prevention and security and proof of who you are and all that fun stuff. Damn straight removing Apache, thank you. I was going to do that when I was done. Everybody on the fuck Apache train. Not their licenses, not the foundation, and some of the other software they might shepherd, but the Apache web server needs to just die a death. It really, why do people still use it? Every time I end up on someone else's server trying to help them solve something, and it's Apache, I just beg them to let me rewrite all of this with a proper web server. A modern web server. I do wonder why the release upgrade installed Apache, though. If it wasn't there, why did it do it? Some errant dependency or something? Yay, Round Group. Nginx, Spam, Assassin, all the fun toys. Well, Trump just attacked our current President Obama again for the second time. That's what's going across the TV over there right now. And of course, Joe Biden is the one who's losing his mind, though. And no, I'm not a Biden supporter. However, anything to keep Trump out of office currently is my stance. Nextcloud. Nextcloud is awesome. It's not just contacts and calendar. It does so much more. For anyone who's never used it, Nextcloud is open source free. You can install it. It gives you a calendar that totally interacts. It'll work on your iPhone, your Android, your calendar app on your computer. Just like if you had Google Calendar. Gives you a contact system that does the same. It also gives you a file system just like Google Drive or Microsoft OneDrive, except the files are all on your own server, which you, of course, can have encrypted with your own keys. Important little detail there. So, Okay. I'm sure every one of you caught that where it said it was upgrading Nextcloud to version 21 dot blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Now 22. Good. 21 was way out of date, and I was wondering what it thought it was doing. But obviously it's doing step upgrades here. Good. Yeah, my hope at this point is that it's so close. They keep being within like 5 percentage points on any poll that my real hope is that RFK Jr. Does still try and, claim that he's running and that he's going for this and pulls away enough of the conspiracy nuts from Trump. That's my hope. Whether that happens or not, who the F knows? No one's going to believe the results of the election anyways. That is the world we live in now. Nobody cares. Are we going to get all the way up to 25? Maybe even 26? 25 would be fine. Current stable. Maybe. I love that it's smart enough to do all these step migrations slowly up the chain until it gets to the end. Well done, Nextcloud. And we get 25. Good. Each one of those, I saw new features getting upgraded that I haven't even tried yet through that whole chain because I was way back on 20. That's cool. Unique constraint failed. I like it. I like it. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see if anyone has complained about that in this thread. No, they have not. Well, cool. Huh. Okay. I'm sure you all saw it. There's big error here. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Well, let's go ask. Well, actually, let's properly copy that. God damn it. Let's go ask the internet what to do about this one. We all the way down. All right. So what do we got here? Okay. Okay. You know what? Sure. Why not? Whatever. That all. Yeah. Sure. I don't think app port, software properties common, and Ubuntu server should be removed. Hmm. Not a fan of any of that. Do we actually get to see the command? There we go. Okay. No, I do not. What I want to do is just see this error happen again. Hmm. Is that the same one? Okay. What is the damn apt? Command remove. Or wait. Uninstall without dependencies. Damn it. I'd like to install, do it via, you want to try to remove the old version. Definitely don't want any of that. What is force depends? Definitely don't want that answer either. Okay, I mean, it is just that then. Okay. Uh-huh. It doesn't look like they're using an environment or like they've passed any commands to tell it to do it in a different way. You know what? What if I just do the thing again? This is exactly what I thought I would be running into. Like all of these little things because you weren't supposed to do it this way. Sure, why not? Now, distutils didn't install it, I did. So maybe that same error message doesn't happen again. Uh-huh. Why not? And we try one more. Because I think we're past that error. Maybe. Okay. Please, for the love of God, work. All I want is my server to be functional on the latest version. Indeed. Okay, so almost 2 hours to get this thing upgraded. Oh. I had a very good workout this morning, but I'm feeling it a little. Okay. Well, it made it past that first part, so that's good. Come on. So stressful. People have been doing this for, what is it? 20, 30 kind of years at this level with tools like, the postfix style servers and whatnot. But again, another 10 to 15 years, depending on how you look at it, before that. And yet it is still like this. Hey, it got past the first part that it was erroring out on. Or the 50th part, whatever you want to call it. The Mailinabox system management daemon installed. Okay. We made it to the next step. Progress. Okay. Back to here. Yes. Okay. Moonin is the system monitoring tool for all the incoming mail and other groupware related stuff. It, gives you nice, pretty charts about everything. My servers do not do anywhere near the amount of data that actually means I need to look at those charts, but they are pretty to have around. Oh my God, it says it's running. Oh wait, he also says nano. This one, and make sure that we are on never and LTS is commented. We are on never and LTS is commented. Well, it's already like that. Here comes the reboot. So Now I might have servers working again, but we could still be having those other problems. Is fail to ban running? Was that solved? Is my mail.log filling up with problems about fun errors with version incompatibilities in the configuration files? Do I need to take these 3 files and overwrite the ones over here? Let's find out. Well, we are rebooted. We are updated. Apt update. What is upgradable here? God damn, it just wants to put all the Apache stuff back. For the love of God, fuck you. Utter insanity. I'm going to let Mailinabox handle that like it is supposed to. Wait a minute. Okay, where are we? We are seeing logins from all over the place, from all the various systems that do automated things for me. We are not filling up with errors, though. Like it said we might. So, logging in and status checks. How is the system running? Let's also see here. Close session. We had a connect from localhost. Box.0v.org does not resolve to address ending in 42. 42. Correct. The name servers are over there. And over here, box.0v is that and is that. So that error is just a lie. Hello, first time chatter. We are quite possibly in the position of me having an upgraded mail server after hours of fighting. Let's look here. From unknown, that's fine. Does not resolve. And that must be the errors they were talking about. So, we are just going to see what happens when I open up my actual mail client. See here, yes, there is a documentary coming. You can all see my email here. All right. So if I come back over, I got my logins for all of my different things. They logged in just fine. TLS looks to be working. I do not know what this is, but it's an SL accept error from itself. Hostname does not resolve, you lying liar. look. Someone just tried to spam me. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so let's look at the system status checks. What are we getting here? Oh, that is fine. DNSSEC is set up fine. The domain name servers are fine. That's fine. The reverse DNS is correct. The Dane setup is fine. The MTA-STS policy is intact. We are not blacklisted. Yay. The website is not hosted here. That's what those errors are about. The auto-configs are correct. Okay. What are we looking at over here? Opening Moonin in a new tab. Why? Okay, and everything looks to be fine and back on and running here. Yeah. I'm logged in. This isn't my actual full calendar here. This is not the account that my calendar is under, so you don't see a bunch of stuff on it, but perfect. Okay. Why that didn't open in a new tab when the other thing does, who knows? Okay, so that is awesome. Let's look at our DNS config and everything comes up fine. SSL for the box is running fine. Okay, so I'm going to send myself mail just to see. I'm going to send it from my Gmail over to the server. Don't care. Look, you all have my email addresses. It's the worst. Oh no, and my phone number. Like that's not public. Okay. Maybe? What did we get in the logs there? Okay, DKM did its work. That came in, disconnected, processing, clean, moved it to the inbox. Okay, look at that. I don't know what to say. I think there is a reason that other person was talking about needing to bring some fixes to the configurations because of some of the error messages that we were seeing up here. God, my server gets so many connections. But that's what happens when you have a mail server that's up for so long. That's fine. These, I think, are weird. But everything is working, so I guess whatever. Yeah, you can just see all of the connections coming in. Well, there we go. Chat. That took 2 hours to get that mail server upgraded. I am now on the latest version of things that I need to be on the latest version of. I now can get all the security updates again. And I don't have to jump through major hoops to upgrade to version 66 of Mailinabox when it happens. So there we are. It's a miracle. I was not expecting that to even go as simple as it did. Sure, we had to do a bunch of little fixes here and there. We had to Google a bunch of stuff. There were a lot of things to figure out. Oh, you know what we didn't check, though? Yep, fail to ban actually does get fixed. See, because the error with fail to ban was mentioned on V60, and we're on 65 now. So it was possible that they had fixed it by now, but I did want to make sure of that. Okay, so we can get rid of all of these wonderful things. And now I'm going to leave this up just for a day, and I'm going to check on the mail server tomorrow and look at those logs and see if they are filling up with more of those errors and bugs or not. And if so, we can come back over here. Yes, my computer's name is Gundam. It came like that. This motherboard over here is the Gundam version of an Asus motherboard. And so is the case, and it's got stickers on it. And yeah, so the computer itself is also just named Gundam. Because that was easier, because it says Gundam shit all over it. And so now I know which one I'm talking about on my network. All right, everyone. That was what I wanted to get done today. I am going to go do all the, we'll call it fun stuff. It's not fun stuff. I'm going to go do the dishes, the laundry, some more cleaning around here. There's a little extra dusting. Today is the day where I get like the real dusting done. Like not just pulling out the Swiffer here, but like the top of the ceiling fans, those blades, the tops of those, like that type of dusting is happening today. So I'm going to go off and do all that fun stuff. This was awesome. I'm glad I had some company for this. It was nice having someone to talk to while all my anxieties were literally to the roof and through the roof. They were where they were. I kind of like that idea. I'm probably going to do this, Mondays, Tuesdays, I'll set up when there's big things that I got to get done and just kind of do this in the afternoon. It is nice to have company for. It is definitely helpful. So that's the stream today. I will be back on Wednesday for just another stream on my own. And then Thursday, we will have Mac back and go over, standard, full-blown stream with all the news, the coverage, all the fun stuff. And, excuse me. Other than that, I think we're done here. Unless anyone in chat has anything else they want done for a few minutes, I will sit here for a second and let chat say anything they want. If nothing comes up, we will just go. Whew. Lots to fix. If anyone wants to know what I'm talking about on the streamer stuff, this is what I'm talking about. I'm going to play around with it. I don't know that setting up a streaming system that I have to connect to and test and all that is the right thing to do while on stream. I'm assuming I will, stomp on places where I have to turn stream off multiple times and shit like that. So I don't know that we can do this one, but I am going to look at all the instructions tomorrow on this and figure that out. What this does is it provides a Docker setup that allows you to do everything that like Restreamer.io does. It allows you to stream to Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Vimeo, and all these other things. I think this list is out of date. I think it does have things like Kick and TikTok and stuff like that in there at this point. Although I think it also, it also does RTSP and RTMP and HLS. So maybe the ones that it doesn't have do support those. But what this will let me do if I have the computing power for it, which is the fun first thing we're going to learn when I try and use it, is go live and send my stream to all of those platforms at once, which Twitch now allows for. We're going to find out how that plays. My hope is, maybe next week's stream or streams will be live on all the platforms instead of just the one. And we can set up so much more stuff. I guess that means I have to go over to YouTube and set up their membership thing. Do I have access to that since my main channel doesn't have the subs yet? All the subs are on the VODs one? I don't know. If you aren't subscribed to my normal old main YouTube channel, It's just at GreggHoush, same as on Twitch here. And please do, because I think I need to get to like 1,000 subs on that one before I do anything. Like a couple of the other channels on my account are already there, but they're not ones I'm going to be going live on. Like the old Chanology one, Church of Scientology, that one I think still has 10,000 or something. So it's monetized, but we are not monetizing that one because I think that would be a bad idea. But anyways, yeah, so I'm going to play with this restreamer and see if we can get at least a few more going. Maybe we start with just YouTube Live and then we add in the others, because I'm still in my head not understanding how I send the same thing that goes to Twitch to something like Instagram or TikTok, which are, vertical. Since I can't in OBS say stream different scenes to different connections. It doesn't seem to have that kind of a feature set. We're going to have to play with that. I'm going to have to figure all that out. So anyways, that will be my tomorrow, figuring all of this out. I don't think during it I go live. If it happens to look like I can play around with it while live, I might. Other than that, this was fun. Thanks, everyone. And I am going to hit the buttons. Goodbye.